So here is a recap from our last previous Zoom session that we did with hoops. So we started on our bodies, doing some little very simple breaks, pushing from one side to the other and catching with two hands, just going around the waist once. Then we went to one hand, to one hand, to one hand, to one hand. Practicing the breaks, hand to hand, so pushing the hand in towards the tummy. Yeah. We then did a little tap back, so using that forearm to tap it back. Push into the forearm, tap it back. That arm that you're tapping with is nice and long and straight. It's tapping close to the waist, but not really locked in. So it's a little tap rather than a smudgy smear, which will just cause your hoop to droop. No droopy hoops. So we're practicing from one hand, one forearm, sorry, to the other, and playing around with the position of the forearms, like having it out the front for super quick tap to tap, and then bringing it back a bit, having it right beside the waist here, just playing, see what feels good. The other thing we practiced was movement with our waist breaks. So we were moving loads. Really moving our body, moving that back heel, lifting the back heel, pushing hand to hand, or even on the taps, really moving with the taps. And then we were trying, super stillness. So whichever break that we were trying, we were doing it with a really mega still body, and then finding some sort of in between maybe, or maybe you might like the extremes. Yep. Coming around up onto the shoulders here. First thing, push it, catch it. So hands, as they push, the hands get out the way and then come back up to catch the hoop again. Yeah. Push, catch, and then maybe try the other way. Push, catch, push, catch, push, catch. Pushing into a push back. So here, push, and then push it back. Push it back. So using that hand close-ish to the chest to push it back right in towards the chest. And then repeating here. Hand to hand. So my hands are hanging out the front here, thinking about when the hand comes down, how far I drop the arm down in between, or keeping it super close. Yep. So we also looked at the space inside the hoop. Here, here, here. Woo! So as well as tapping, the hoop back, or breaking the hoop back, we were looking at finding the space on the inside of the hoop in front of our bodies. Here. There. And we were practicing that on the shoulders and here on the waist. Yep, or maybe here and here. So loads of variations that you can play around with on your waist here. Here, or tap. And that was leading us on to, some paddles. So first of all, we were waist hooping and then pushing the hoop around on the waist. And then we were stopping, pushing and paddling it around. Whoa, I didn't do that very well. Stop, push, paddle, stop, push, paddle, stop, push, paddle. Just to get used to that hand pattern. Here and here. Yep. And we did that on the chest as well. So using the back of the hand, pushing the hoop, hoop's coming around, stop it with one hand, push it back, and then the hand scooping up on the inside to give it a little paddle around. So with the hoop, not just with the imaginary hoop, stop, push, paddle, stop, push, paddle. Using either the back of the hand or the front of the hand, or experiment with both. What feels better on which side. The other thing that we did on the waist was little tap breaks, but with a repeater. So instead of just tapping arm to arm to arm or arm to hand, we were doing the little break repeater pattern. So initially doing it with an imaginary hoop, imagine that your finger is your hoop and your finger's coming round and you give it a little tap with the arm. So that sends the hoop back the other way, coming all the way behind you, and then we need to tap it back again. sending the hoop the other way around, and then we tap it forward. So our break repeater pattern is forward, back, forward. So forward, tap it, hoop goes that way, back, tap it, hoop comes this way, forward, tap it, the hoop goes that way. Obviously with the hoop, it's going to go a lot quicker. So we were practicing taps, and then tap, tap, tap. Here, so forward, back, forward. So from the side, forward, back, forward. Forward, back, forward. So that's the direction that you're tapping the arm, forward, back, forward. And I found, as I've practiced this, I find it easier on my left arm despite being right-handed. So try it on both, obviously. You can get a little rhythm going. Or maybe you do it once and then you recatch the hoop. What? Yep, okay. So then we were looking at picking the hoop off our bodies. So from a waist hoop, a forward pick off, lift off. I'm going from my right to my left. So I'm using my left hand to scoop in at the front of my waist here and lift off. Without grabbing the hoop, scoop and lift. So the hoop ends up in that part of my thumb, between my thumb and forefinger there. Waist hoop, scoop, lift. And we're also doing that from the shoulders and chest as well. So if you're on your shoulders here, you can use the same hand to push and lift. So I'm using my hand there to push out and up and lift the hoop up off my body. Okay, so, yeah, yeah, okay. So then we turned it into a little flow. So we went from whatever breaks we wanted, and then either a waist hoop lift off or a shoulder hoop lift off, lift. And then from this lasso, I'm going to put the hoop in my strong hand. So I'm here in my right hand, and then the hoop swings out to the side here. So from a lasso, I just take hold of the hoop. So as soon as the hoop, hits my palm, squeeze it, continue with the direction of the hoop and bring it down to the side. And then a little fold. So folding with the wrist and then folding with the elbow here. So my palm's facing out. I rotate the hoop by rotating my wrist and hand here. That's the first fold. And then the second fold is here. So we end up with the hoop sandwiched underneath the arm with the hand on top. Okay, so lasso, swing, fold once, fold twice. Then we're going to take the bottom edge of this hoop back the way we came. So I've got it in my right hand, the bottom edge of the hoop is swinging out to the right. As I swing the hoop out in this vertical plane, I'm going to turn my body. I'm going to push now the other edge of the hoop out. Yep, so I'm here. I swing the hoop around, give the hoop a little extra swing, and then turn my body around. So I've got it in this position here. Swing the hoop. The hoop's going to make a massive circle. Round, keeps going round, and then I turn and swing the hoop back around this side. I'm going to do it from this angle for you. So it's here. I swing. I keep the hoop turning, swinging, and then I'm here for a hand hoop. Or from this angle, I've got the hoop into my body, so you can see it's on this vertical plane. I push it out and away, up and over, and then across. I think that's probably the most helpful angle to see it from. Push, away, and there we go. And then you can swing it back to a hand hoop. And that is as far as we got with that little flow session. So I'll show you that little flow. Breaks. Whatever you want. Breaks. Here, turning. Woo! Lasso, lasso, swing, fold, swing, and hand hoop. Yay!